Elite Expert Insider, the podcast that educates, inspires, and motivates you to take your business and life to the next level. We would like to thank Audible for supporting Elite Expert Insider. Please go to the link bit.ly/Elite Audible. That's bit.ly/Elite Audible and get a free 30-day trial to show your support. Thank you, Audible. Now to Elite Expert Insider for conversations with industry leaders.
Okay, we're recording. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, it's Melanie Johnson here, and I'm with Jenn Foster. Hey, Jenn, how you doing?
Doing great, thanks.
Good. Well, we have a really interesting show for you today, and I'm going to tell you about our guest in a minute, but just want to remind you to find us at Elite Online Publishers, and we would love to publish your book for you, and check us out at Amazon. We have all kinds of books and journals and prayer journals and fitness books and all kinds of things out there, so check us out. So today, speaking of fitness, we have Rhonda Liebig here with us, and she is a health coach, and she's an author. And she's so inspiring. I can't wait to get into this because I know you're going to give us some great tips about how to be healthier and just kind of detox our body too, because you really specialize with diabetic patients too, I read, right?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for welcoming me in, and I'm just ecstatic. Yes.
Yeah, she helps women especially. So Rhonda, tell us a little bit, how did you get into the health field?
Well, would you believe me if I said that I was a CPA for 10 years and then just so happened, just kind of rolled into this health industry? But actually, I was 19 years old when I was just like, oh, I love this field. Oh, I want to be a personal trainer. Oh, you can only make so much. And I never thought about the entrepreneur and gifts of being able to get there and help people and the space that it really allows you to be in. So about 7 years ago, I transitioned as a CPA and I switched my mindset and I was like, okay, now I need to be in that vibe. And so I have been helping people with diabetes. My main thing that I really do, because you'll see, Melanie, like what you said, you will see that I specifically talk about diabetes because I lost my dad when he was mid-50s, did so much research and so much heart-wrenching process going through that. But I'm an Energy Revitalize coach, and it just all links with energy. So if you're feeling exhausted, if you're not feeling very well with energy, that's where I really focus in on, but that's diabetes and all the stuff that funnels in there.
Mm-hmm. Man, I want to hear about that energy thing. I'm always feeling like I could use more energy. I don't know if it's my age or the age of my children. I'm not sure which.
Well, and it's funny that Melanie says that because I think she's always full of energy. But, tell us a little bit about how, what you do with someone when you do a coaching session through, helping them with their energy level and getting them up.
I heard the word age. That's such a I go, oh my gosh, it's not about our age. I want to be 80 years old and feel like I just have this energy, and everything is relative. As we get older, we do feel more tired or we feel more sensitive with the food that we eat. It really comes down to just makes us step in there deeper and deeper each stage. I kind of think of it as decades. Don't we? I mean, especially as women, 40s, it's this, 50s, it's this, and so on and so on. Even going to the 30s, you just notice that your skin's becoming more loose, and you really don't understand that a lot of it has to do with just what we're feeding ourselves. So I really connect in a process of making sure, I call it the roar your way to revitalized energy. And it's about connecting with your why, because I feel like we need to have the proper mindset for anything we do. Yeah. And then it really goes into learning about where you're carrying your stress, and that really actually manages to flow through your body in certain areas that you become connected in, where you actually become very sluggish. So for example, Melanie brought up that I do detoxes. I do have a group that's going through the detox. Oh, it's so much fun to watch them go through this process because they learn so much about themselves. But they really learn how to assess if their kidneys are not flowing right, and some emotions and pains that can happen with that. Or their liver, which is like the whole brain of how the body flows with hormones and and in that process, and the stress and the anxiety we can get from that. And then they learn how to eat food for their medicine. So as a client or somebody that's participating in an online program, they'll say, I need to eat more of these foods because this food is my medicine right now. I want to unclog this area so I can wake up feeling energized. I feel like I'm ready for the day. And I do work with a lot of people that are so busy. We're all entrepreneurs trying to, get our focus and our zen and make sure that we're in that space. So my stuff is about really doing stuff like I call it an Energy 2, where it's 2-minute mindset. And everything has like a certain amount of minutes to it. So you don't feel like you have to blast it out there and change everything. Small things make massive change. I believe that's where we go wrong, is that we want to revamp everything. And then we get exhausted and we go, oh my gosh, I'm tired of this diet. Or, I'm tired of trying to act like everything is fine because it's not. And you just learn little steps to step into it.
I love that you said that 2-minute thing. It's like you take the 2 minutes for mindset, and then I'm sure there's more after that, but that little bits change big. Like little actions have big results. That's what I want. Yeah.
The compound effect, so to speak. So tell us, how do you go about determining the foods that are right for an individual? Like, walk us through, giving us an example of how you walk someone through.
Yeah. I call it the roar method, which hopefully I wasn't too loud. It's women. Us women leaders, we want to feel the energy. We want to feel that roar. And it is really based on recessing your organs and rebalancing. That's, if you want to hear those words, but it's literally feeling like you want to roar. You're just feeling so good. So it's called the roar assessment. If you are taking this assessment, it's about 9 questions of, if you're stuck in the kidneys, this is what happens. If you're stuck in the liver, this is what happens. When you go through that quick little assessment, it helps you understand that you have to have certain foods. So I guess we'll go back to that in just a moment. But the assessment is about, if you're feeling sad and weepy, and it's just consistently happening, that it starts to point towards maybe your kidneys are off a little bit. So I go in there a little bit deeper. Do you feel pain in your lower back? And it's like consistent, not just like a pain where you're going to the chiropractor and there's a certain pain, or that you've been in a big accident, but it's the pain like in the lower back where you just feel fatigued quite a bit. Or you are another thing that that you have kidney stones. And so the assessment goes through logical stuff, and I use the meridian points. The meridian points is just the natural flow of the organs. And so once you start going through the assessment, you find out if you are angered easily, that tends to be more the liver. If you're gentle and just weepy and having a hard time really getting yourself motivated, then there's some questions. Then you get a list that says, hey, I want my Energy Revitalized, mega energy grocery list. I want to go out there and I just want to feel really good. So it's a basic little thing where you go in probably 10 or 20 types of foods I put together that is like, the kidneys need more water and more fluid. And so there's certain foods that you want to eat to really nurture that area. And it'll help your water system, help it balance, because that's what the kidneys do. And then if you're stuck in the liver, it's more dense and vibrant, lots of really strong, really strong. Sorry about that, ladies. Turn that phone off, Rhonda. But do you see there becomes some logic to it? And that's what I like, is that I did come from, to add to this, I did come from a family where I was very Western mentality. If I can't see it, I don't believe it. So I have that base. And then as I came in through this industry, actually in total about 17 years in the health industry, and really seeing changes happen based on my knowledge of learning about the meridian points, that it just came together. So when you work with me, it's about logic, and it's about some of the fun foo-foo stuff that's been around forever. That was all that we used before we actually really took x-rays and stuff. But culminating those together, that's where a client gets the massive results, and it will happen really darn quick. If you're really clogged up, you have little subtle changes happen, and you think, well, I don't have all this energy that I want. And so that's where the mindset coaching comes in. Even little incremental things, it means that the unclog is starting to happen. And this is usually when we'll give up on stuff, because we'll say, because we have a thing where we expect our weight to be a certain way. We have an expectation. So it's has to happen really fast. Sometimes it does for some people. But I've had people lose 20 pounds in a month because of specific things that were happening to their body. But sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but it means you're healing your body. It means that you're feeling more vibrant. And even if it's a little snippet, maybe next week, well, not maybe, for sure, next week you're going to even feel it better. Maybe if you wake up tomorrow, and tomorrow you'll feel extremely fabulous. So it's unclogging. It's like pushing. It's the energy, getting things moving. You see all the energy I have here?
Yeah. So when let's say your liver is kind of clogged up and those are the symptoms that you're seeing, what type of things should people be eating to change that?
Yeah, so I think of the 3 pillars kind of a thing. So food, movement, because movement helps the meridian points move. And then
right.
also working out, because working out, there might be some special things you can do for working out that's going to just really move you forward. So the types of foods that it would be is that you want to balance your hormones. So when you start balancing your hormones, that means you want more fiber. So when you start looking at something, usually the more dense, really intense colors that have, like, let's say kale. We keep hearing like kale is this special thing. Kale is fabulous to really break and open up for the liver, but kale is not very good if you're stuck in the kidneys. So you start learning, but it's basic, but you start learning that not all good food is good for everybody. And then you learn the logic behind it. So then once you leave me or you decide to go on any further, whatever, you start building the base of, food really is medicine. So everything I hold in my hand, I hand it like a bowl. I hold it like a bowl. Everything you have in your hand here, it's logic. It becomes logic in your body, and it really builds the cells within your body. And so it would be more raw foods. Raw foods, you might do some more shakes. You want to cool the liver. So it's going to be a lot of raw stuff. Your metabolism is ready to go. So the raw will be able to break it down. Kidneys, you don't want so much raw. So you see that, hopefully that logic just kind of flows. At least, we're at a learning curve here because I'm like just throwing this all out there. But I feel like it's kind of like that space of learning. There's some logic there.
I love that. Why don't we talk about your book a little bit?
Okay.
And you have that on Amazon. Do you have a website they can find it on too, or is it just on Amazon?
So you can find it on Amazon. It's called the FITT Solution with a double T, FITT, the FITT Solution, 4 steps to a sexy, successful, authentic you. The FIT is focus, integrate, transform, and thrive. The whole process is how I coach, how you should feel when you're done with something, how you should feel if maybe you didn't do something right also. So sometimes we'll feel like I jumped into something and it didn't work, and so I'm just going to totally abandon it. So the FIT process is really learning how to eat for yourself. And when something doesn't go right, the last part, that last T in the FIT is about, hold on here. Why didn't it work? Did I really fail? Maybe it was the wrong goal. And so that's what the book is about. It's like discovering that maybe we're sometimes hard on ourselves and that we have to do everything perfect 100% or nothing at all. And so that really starts becoming very much a logical process in that you can be more gentle on yourself and stuff. I think we kind of tear ourselves up quite a bit.
Yeah, I can see that when they do it. So do you take coaching clients on personally? How do people reach out to you if they want to work with you individually? And do they have to live in California where you are?
Oh gosh, no, I just realized that I guess I can say I'm an international speaker, international podcaster, because I have clients that are outside of the United States. I really started local here. I'm in a small little town. So I'm definitely online at rhondaliebig.com. And then, and that's where you're going to find me. You can find also my energy assessment there. And so, actually, I should give you a special link. Let's do rhondaliebig.com/elite, ELITE. Let's do that so you can find
that word elite. That's us, Elite Online Publishing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so people can go there and they can find more about you, fill out the assessment. They can check out your book on Amazon. And I noticed that you have recipes in your book as well. Tell us about some of those.
I was doing demonstration dinners monthly, and I was creating all these meals that I didn't cook. And I went to my school and I said, oh my gosh, I need to start cooking. And so my recipes are based on monthly themed demonstration dinners. And I just built it and I said, ready, set, go do that book and go do the recipes. And so the recipes are discovering and watching people enjoy the food. So I go get the book and love the food. Let's love on it. Whole foods are so wonderful. So you'll learn that through that process.
That's great. So make sure you go ahead and get Rhonda's book, FITT Solution, because I think it's a great way to get started. And then if you want to take it further, you can work with her one-on-one in her coaching sessions. So thanks, Rhonda, so much for coming by and sharing all that good content. You've inspired me for sure.
Oh, I'm so glad. I guess that's what I'm here for. Let's inspire each other. Melanie and Jennifer, I get so inspired by you too. I appreciate you having me here. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And you mentioned you had a podcast. What is your podcast so people can go subscribe as well?
Yes, thank you. It's called Freedom, Play, and Fun. Maria Applequest and me, Rhonda Liebig, we really support people in leadership. And Maria, my podcast partner, lives in Sweden. So I hear that the Swedish accent is like the number one accent. So I give her a bad time because I'm in California. And so she brings Swedish people in, and I go, whatever. Now I can't fight this. I have this beautiful language all around me. So
I love it.
Yep.
You're two hot chicks with a podcast too. I love it.
Ooh, yes, for sure. Strong women together. Let's keep building other women around us. Oh, I just love that space.
And we love that you're using a book as a marketing tool. Tell us a little bit about that before we leave. We got a couple more minutes. How have you used your book to help promote your business?
Oh, I want to get out there in a big way. So I've done a lot of media around here, a couple different places as a regular. And then I go out and I speak and I talk about the ROAR assessment that we talked about. And I talk about mindset. So I have a top 10 sabotage list. And so that platform, if I didn't have that book, that like what you ladies do is so important because that platform is say, hey, I have a book. Hey, I'm #1 best-selling author. Hey, I do this, I do that. All that stuff. Oh, there's so much noise out there. It really settles it down, and there's definitely a light there. And that book really builds the platform. The noise that's out there, it just shutters that out, and then it becomes that you get to bring your voice to the outside. But people really want to listen to you. Putting those words on a piece of paper and stepping into it, that was a scary part for me, and really putting it out there as a gift. So you just have to go out there and do that because that is what really that's what's built what I have. And it just keeps building and building. Love it.
Thank you, Rhonda, for inspiring everybody. Because I think, of course, we believe every business owner should have a book. It helps. Yes. It's the best advertising tool that's out there. It really separates you from everybody else and makes you that expert. Mm-hmm. So if you would like to write a book, we would love to help you here at Elite Online Publishing. We have book writing retreats. We have a do-it-yourself program called Book Writing Fast Pass. Or you can work with us one-on-one. We love to do that. That's probably our favorite thing to do. And remember to give us a review, leave us a comment, and share our podcast. We'd really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Rhonda. Bye, Melanie.
Thank you. I had fun. Thanks for the invite, ladies.
For more information about us, go to eliteonlinepublishing.com. To get your free book, The Accomplishment and Success Story Starter, simply text your name and email to 832-572-5285. That's 832-572-5285. We'd also like to thank Audible for supporting Elite Expert Insider. To get your free 30-day trial, please go to bit.ly/Elite Audible. That's bit.ly/Elite Audible and get your free 30-day trial to show your support. Thank you, Audible.